welcome everyone. As mentioned, we're starting here a little late, but we will get going here in a minute. We're getting our Twitter picker set up. All right, so I think you guys are all familiar with the tweet. Still got some last minute entries coming in. Pretty funny. All right, we'll just make sure that everyone did follow the rules for the drawing. Cool. All right, I think we got that loaded. We'll call it official. So yeah, won't require you guys to have a picture. So getting a couple more people joining. TPK, we'll give you a little bit here. We're still getting the Twitter drawing going.
Sounds good. I'm ready to roll whenever. So.
Alrighty. So we got 62 entries loaded. Like I said, we will be checking or verifying that they did meet the conditions, but we'll just kind of go ahead and do the drawing here. Any of our accounts, we obviously will not be using or accepting, but all right, good luck, everybody. Looks like we have Magnet PR. So nice work. We will be confirming. I'll take a look at your account. Assuming that all the rules were met. You're following Holiday Ape Club. You retweeted, tagged 3 friends, and you joined verified on Discord before the drawing. So otherwise, we will have to redraw. But yeah, congrats. So we'll be reaching out. I'll pause my screen here, and hand it over to DTK.
Awesome. Well, welcome everyone. Let me get my screen here started sharing, and we will get rolling. All right. So I've got a little bit of a quick recap for everyone. We've got obviously the mint coming up tomorrow for pre-salers. So we'll be recording some videos here for you and posting those in the next day on the mint page on our site in test mode, so you can see exactly what it'll be like tomorrow when we launch. All the mint details are in the mint details channel here in Discord, so feel free to ping us if you have any questions there. Some of you may have noticed the NFT Alpha and the Crypto Alpha channels, as well as the Flip, Skip, or Blue Chip, minting alerts, daily drops, all of those. So those are all going to be public through the end of the year. We're going to leave them open till January 1st, at which point we will then... Oh, someone's echoing here.
Are you stuck?
No, we got Mastermind hot mic in a little bit. Check your mic there. So after the first of the year, we will then lock down NFT Alpha, Crypto Alpha, as well as the Flip, Skip, or Blue Chip channels to only holders. So just a heads up there. That'll be kind of our benefit for Holiday Ape holders. We will still have, some of the streams will be public. So everyone will still have a chance to watch the streams, even if you don't have a Holiday Ape. And then we will have some, holder-only streams, as well as, giveaways and things like that mixed throughout the rest of the year and into next year. So that being said, as always, go ahead and start dropping in if you want any projects. Me to take a look at any projects, drop them in stream chat. If you have any questions, same thing, drop them in the chat. Other than that, I'll be going through some of the content I'm looking at. I've been talking to Hypnotic as well as some of the team here, and coming up for content, I'll be running through some OpenSea best practices, how to minimize your gas fees for buying and selling. We'll go over some MetaMask settings, how to set your gas appropriately for public mints especially, but also just in general, how kind of the gas system works and how to deal with minting NFTs. how to determine whether an NFT is worth minting with valuations, kind of how we look at projects, how we evaluate different collections, as well as specific NFTs within that collection. We'll go over some tools, things like gas monitors, collection tools, rarity sniffers, and things of that nature you can use to analyze different projects. I can show you an example of a few of them here. So like your Chili tools, for example, is a good one. So you can see OpenSea. If you go to a normal project, you can't see what the floor price has been. They'll show you average sales. So let's take a look at, we can look at CloneX, Project NanoPass. So here we go. CloneX is at 4.75 floor. That floor has kind of been all over the place here recently. But if we take a look at this, it says you navigate to the collection on OpenSea, you copy the URL and just change OpenSea.io to chili.tools. And they'll have a history, basically, of what the floor price has been. So here you can see average price and floor price. If you go to the CloneX on OpenSea and click on activity, you're only going to see average price. So they only show you kind of what the average sales are. But you can see, I mean, the floor price has been, 4 or 5. It looks like it's kind of been pretty static there at that 4.8 range all day. So you can see that the floor price isn't changing that much. And Span Danny, your hot micing as well there. Check your mic. But you can see the floor price has not changed at all, over the last day. So definitely a helpful tool. It looks like if you subscribe here, they can give you probably more historical data, so you can go back, weeks at a time potentially, and see how much the floor price has changed. Because that's really what matters. I mean, obviously average price is important if you're looking at a collection as a whole, especially if there's quite a few rares that will fetch you a little bit more. Spandan, I'm going to mute you there. Just so you stop hot micing. I'll unmute you if you have any questions. And then same thing for NanoPass. You can see, I think this one was up pre-reveal, which was just a day or two ago, up in the low ones. It was like 1 to 1.3, 1.5, I think, at one point. And if we look at activity, you can kind of see some of the sales. I mean, we were up to 1.6 average price and then kind of dropping over those days, but you don't really know what the floor price is here, right? So if we, again, do the same thing, go to Chili Tools, grab collections for NanoPass, so you can see the floor price was kind of moving, and even just today, we're at 0.7 earlier today. It went up to 0.9 at one point, mid 0.9s, and now it's dropping back recently here just to 0.7 here in the last half an hour. It dropped from 0.78 to 0.7. So definitely, a useful tool. And there are other tools. This isn't the only floor monitoring tool. There definitely are some other tools, but that's an example of some of the tools we'll go through that'll help you analyze collections. The big one that a lot of the larger players use is Nansen, and this is not just for NFTs. This is kind of for analyzing on-chain data across the board, so you can dig into research on specific tokens. You can follow smart money or whales and see what they're buying, what they're selling, what price points they get in. So if there's an NFT, a specific project, you can jump in and say, okay, let's see, what the average buy-in price here is. So for NanoPass, for example, before reveal, so like on mint day and pre-sale and public mint day, they were sitting at like an average entry price of 1.2. So most of the whales and the smart money was jumping in at around the 1.2 or 1.3 range. And you can see, I mean, obviously they sold them potentially for a profit here, 1.6 and above on the first couple days, and then it really started dropping off hard. I mean, it held pretty steady up until reveal, and after reveal, it just started dropping, right? And that's pretty typical for most collections. If it's a collection that doesn't reveal until a certain time, usually the floor price will run up until the reveal. It'll usually spike a little bit right at reveal and then just dive off as soon as the reveal happens. People will unload the drops that they got that weren't as rare as they were hoping, or that they didn't like the look of. They'll usually dump for quite a bit lower. So, but that's another tool we'll dive into a little bit more in depth into Nansen as well, showing you how that can be useful and so forth. We'll also talk about how to transfer, whether it's bridging between different blockchains, whether it's transferring between exchanges, and how to minimize fees there. So regardless of NFTs, and this is just helpful for you in your crypto experience in general, how to navigate between exchanges or how to navigate between wallets and not eat up all your funds and gas fees. We already talked about valuation of different NFTs. We'll also look at airdrops, some of the different options you have out there for airdrops, and what makes the most sense, what's feasible for you to do as far as chasing airdrops, and which ones are potentially lucrative or even make sense if you have a certain amount of funds. Not all airdrops are worth spending, again, fees to either bridge or gas fees to perform transactions just to hopefully potentially get an airdrop. So and then I'll also, of course, go over the minting process. We already did a recent stream on the MetaMask and funding side of things, but we'll dive a little bit into different types of wallets, security, and so forth. All right, so that's that. That's some of the content that we have coming up, and of course we'll be recording some streams on it. We'll obviously have the live streams available for you, but then we'll also be recording some more polished, produced videos for the YouTube, and we'll be posting those here in the channel as well. So that'll all be coming out pretty soon after mint, basically right after Christmas. So shout out to Hypnotic there for helping me brainstorm a little bit. I know a couple, Steggy and Fuller, and a few of you here in the Discord have been helping me out with ideas. So keep those coming. Really appreciate it. That being said, let's take a look at some of the recent crypto moves here. I know for NFT specifically, we've got the Fractal Airdrop. Actually, let me just pull that up on Discord. For those of you who are watching our Discord here over the last couple days, we did mention a Fractal Airdrop. So this is by Justin Khan, the co-founder of Twitch. There's a couple YouTube videos out there if you want to look up basically what it is. It's going to be on Solana, and they're going to airdrop everyone a free NFT if you're the first 100,000 to join. They have 107K members now, so there may still be an opportunity to get in here, because the Verify. I don't even see the Verify channel on here. Start here. Here we go. So the Verify only has 89K on it. So there's a potential if you get in this server, and verify yourself. They also added the Verify for your wallet. So only about 7,000 people have verified their Solana wallet here. So there may still be a chance. Looks like they're launching in 5 days. So you might still have an opportunity to get in if you do want to. I don't have the link here, but I can probably grab it and just throw it in chat. Discord.gg/fractalwagme. Throw it in stream chat here for everyone. So go ahead and jump in there if you haven't already. There may still be a chance to get that airdrop on Solana. And that's this Fractal is supposed to be a NFT kind of gaming focused platform. So again, Justin Khan, the co-founder of Twitch, is the big guy behind that. So definitely a pretty hyped up project, and you can see got quite the response. They only had I think 20 or 30K a few days ago, and they went to 100K members in basically 2 days. So definitely a lot of hype right now. If you already have a Solana wallet, you can go verify it now. If not, I would say go create one. Check out phantom.app if you're looking for a good Solana wallet. Rug Radio, that's another one we've been calling out quite a bit recently. They are minting their member pass, and I think they just released the site. Rug.fm. So they're going to be releasing the mint pass. I believe they said it was on the 22nd. They had were originally planning, I think, on an earlier time. Here it is, 12/22. Gas friendly. I'm not sure if they've really announced what that means yet. If it's going to be on Polygon potentially, or if they're going to allow you to just submit a transaction or approval fee, and then they'll airdrop it to you. Who really knows? Maybe it's basically going to just add your address to the whitelist so that you can mint the Genesis NFT. Who knows? But that'll be coming out in 2 days. So those of you who are paying attention there, keep an eye out in 2 days. Obviously, that'll be after our mint tomorrow, but make sure you keep an eye out for that and get a chance to mint that membership pass. I'm not sure how long it'll be open. They haven't really given too many details on it. But rug.fm is the website. They've got the link to their Discord there too, so I'm sure they'll be making announcements there. I actually do have 2 wallets I'm whitelisted on for this one, so maybe we'll have a giveaway for someone who didn't have a chance to get on that list. Maybe one of the newer members to the Discord who just found us in the last few days. If you're not on this list, keep an eye out. We might do a giveaway there, either tomorrow or 12/22 as we mint that. So That being said, I don't know if they mentioned it before I jumped on here. I do have one more Crypto Monkey on wax that I'll be giving away tonight at the end of the stream here. So in half an hour to an hour, depending on how long we go. But if you don't have a Wax wallet already, go ahead and create one. Let me grab the link for the Wax Cloud wallet. Here we go. I'll throw this in chat as well. So anyone who does not already have a Crypto Monkey, go create a Wax wallet right now. We'll put you in the running for Crypto Monkey here at the end of the stream. All right. Other plays here, we've got Vive or Veve. I don't know how you want to say it. But we just got this called out here recently. They've got a lot of bigger drops, and they just had like a Coca-Cola drop earlier today. They've got a Disney Mickey Mouse NFT drop coming up. So a lot of bigger brands are coming out on Vivi or Veve or Vive, however you want to pronounce it. So this one's coming out again on the 22nd of December, so the same day as the Rug Radio Mint Pass. But it's the Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. Definitely a kind of a famous animation. It was the first animation that came out with Mickey Mouse in it. So there's going to be 18,928 editions there for the common, 13K for uncommon, and so forth. I got 6K for the ultra rares. So list price is 60. Let's see how much the VV tokens are right now. Oof. I mean, is that the right one? I don't think that's the right one. What is the Vive token? I completely spaced on this one. Let's see. That's price 60. I guess you have to get the app to find out, but we'll have more details for you on that one. I'll have to look up some more details here and figure out. I've not done any of these drops before. I just found this literally today, so we'll have to get back to you on that. Creature says they should be $1 to $1. Oh, go ahead, Mastermind.
The ticker is OMI and the name of it is ECOMI. I think you're on the right one.
This is the right one. Okay. If that's the case, I mean, this is pretty cheap because 60 OMI is only 36 cents. I feel like...
was that 60,000 or was that just 60?
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I don't think it's this one. This is BitcoinTalk.org. Let's try... Yeah. No, it's like Vive Gems, it looked like, from inside their app. I wonder if it's even a publicly traded token. It might just be... Oh, here we go. How are gems priced? Yep, one gem is $1, but you might play a slightly different price. So it looks like you can pay potentially with other crypto. Again, I'll have to grab the app. So it looks like it is $1 to $1, at least if you pay the USDC, but that is on the 20th. So if you need to do an ACH transfer or something, you might want to get that set up as soon as possible because that's going to be at noon in Pacific time in 2 days. So I'll have to get that set up probably tonight. All right, so that's Vive. We already looked at the Fractal Airdrop Rug Radio. There's some other mints coming out here. So again, the Flip Skip or Blue Chip, I'll show you what that is real quick. So this is a channel we recently made. Just spinning this up, and it's basically a channel to quickly analyze projects, and I'll give you kind of my take on it. As far as like a blue chip, is it something that you want to kind of look at as a solid project that has some potential, to go a decent ways? Is it a quick flip, one where you maybe just want to mint and sell it right away for a quick profit? Or is it a skip? Is it a project that's maybe not looking that great and has a low probability of profiting? So I do have quite a bit of projects here on the list to get in here, but this is just kind of the bigger projects I started with. Obviously, Psychedelics Anonymous, We're going to make it interfaces and invisible friends. Those are all hate beasts. Those are all big projects here that are going to be pretty solid mints. If you have a whitelist or if you're able to mint that on public, you're going to make a decent amount, regardless. But also there's a really good chance, just based on the hype and the demand, that if you hold it for a little while, you'll also, make a decent amount on appreciation. Certainly Holiday Ape Club is one of those, right? I mean, we're going to have quite a bit more value coming out with both the giveaways, the streams, as well as the kind of the alpha channels that you're getting access to. That being said, I will be adding quite a few more here. I have quite a few on my lists. I'll have to grab my list here. I know Oxia is one of them specifically that we'll be adding. We've got, what are some of the other ones, Murder, that you mentioned earlier today? Pixelmon is certainly one. That's the 3D kind of augmented reality Pokemon spin-up game. It's going to be a play-to-earn game, but some of the previews look pretty cool on it for Pixelmon. That one is super hard to get into. I've been following that one on Twitter for a couple weeks. I haven't even gotten into the Discord yet, so if you're able to get into that one, that's going to be huge for sure. There's a few other ones, but like I said, if you have any requests, go ahead and drop them in the general chat and tag me or any of the alpha channels, and I'll look into it here in the next day or two and get a write-up written up and throw it in the Flip Skip or Blue Chip channel to kind of give you my take on it. I mean, obviously a few notes. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, so you shouldn't buy into a project or ape into a project just because I think it's good or not. Make sure you're doing your own research. Just maybe use my notes as a guide, but don't trust whatever I say. So just because I'm going to buy into something doesn't mean it's a good idea. It may not be smart at all. Project fundamentals can change at any time as well, right? So like this looks pretty cool, right? This is Mickey Mouse. This is Disney. I mean, that's a big brand name. Who knows what's going to happen with the project, right? They might make this and it might have zero utility and no one's going to use it ever again, and it might go to zero the next day. We see a lot of projects, including some of the bigger ones. Pretty much every project that's large has a problem on a mint, whether it's pre-sale, whether it's public sale. There's usually problems at the mint, and depending on how the devs or the project reacts to those issues, can make or break a project, right? If you have a bunch of people with a contract issue and they're wasting a lot of gas or paying ETH to mint a NFT that they don't receive, and then the devs don't respond well, I mean that can completely tank a project, right? So even though a project looks great, I mean Keystrokes was a recent example, right? Keystrokes is that one we were talking about that had a really cool puzzle to try to get into it, right? It was a Morse code based puzzle, super cool art from the looks of it, right? It had kind of this 3D look, kind of like this. They had kind of the parcel secret society feel to it, super cool vibes. And we went into the pre-sale mint, and they had the contract, test contract still linked to the site. So a bunch of people were minting off the test contract and throwing away ETH. And then they toggled it to the public contract real quick, but it was still in the pre-sale, and they were allowing everyone to mint on the public contract, and it was just a mess. And they didn't respond very well to it, and the project just died. It had a ton of hype, and it just died out of nowhere. So that being said, that can happen with any project. So just because I say, it looks good at a certain point in time, doesn't mean the very next day they might tank it out of nowhere, just by making some dumb decisions. So keep that in mind. And then the vice versa, the flip side is true as well. Just because there's a project that doesn't look that great, if it's a skip rating, for example, that doesn't mean you can't profit on it, right? You can always mint a rare NFT out of a project that doesn't have good fundamentals and potentially profit on it. Is it a smart play 99 times out of 100? Maybe not, but that doesn't mean you can't make money. So, and if that's the case, if you profit on something that I rated skip, go ahead, rub it in my face. I love that. I'd rather see y'all make money than not, and that's why I do all this, right? Is to make sure that everyone's getting the best experience they can out of the space. And if that's the case, if I make a bad call me out on it, and I'd rather see that, because that means you're thinking for yourself and you're not just following whatever I think is good, which is exactly what everyone in the space should be doing. Everyone should be doing their own research, but you can certainly leverage other people's research as well to help better form your opinions. So that's kind of what the channel's for. But don't trust everything 100%. And I can always make mistakes, right? I'm human. Just because I think something is awesome doesn't mean it's necessarily awesome, and it doesn't mean I'm necessarily right. All right, so that's the alpha channels and some of the upcoming projects that we're looking at. I did have a couple projects I wanted to take a look at. Now I have to do some face rubbing, says writer. Andy's for Sausage says, what do we need a wax wallet for? I kind of missed it. Yes, I'm giving away a crypto monkey here in a few minutes. So make a wax wallet. Waxcloud says account limit reached. Hypnotic, I don't think you can create a ton of wallets. So if you already have a wax wallet, you probably can't create another one. I don't know. I only have one. I haven't tried creating multiples. Waxcloud is not the only platform. If you just Google Wax Wallet, you can create a new one on some other platform. So it doesn't have to be a Waxcloud wallet. Just search up one of the other ones, and then post your Wax wallet here in chat, so I can choose someone to get that crypto monkey here. Gee man, can we say Keystroke says flatlined? Yes, that would be an appropriate Morse code joke for the Morse code project. All right, so that's all the projects I had on my list for right now. If you want me to take a look at any right now, go ahead and throw them in stream chat. Otherwise, I'm going to jump into some DeFi stuff. I've been making some DeFi plays here recently. So Astroport, I've been talking about this a little bit on the Luna ecosystem. So on Terra, if you take a look at astroport.fi, which is the link, I'll throw it in chat here as well for anyone. Murder says he's banned on his Wax wallet. Oh no. Murder, you got to quit spamming, man. I don't know why you think that's okay to do, but I'm glad they finally caught up to you and banned you. The lock drop is just starting on Astroport. So this is phase 1, which is where you could lock up your TerraSwap liquidity. Basically, if you go on TerraSwap, this is the main DEX as of right now on the Terra Luna ecosystem. Meaning you can go here and swap between your Luna tokens and any other tokens that are on the Terra ecosystem. So UST is their stablecoin, Luna is their main gas token. And so you can swap between UST Luna, you can swap between MNT. I mean, they have a Korean won stablecoin as well. You can swap with secret tokens, you can swap with mirror, you can swap with mirror stock tokens. So basically you can track the stock market if you want to exposure to Microsoft, for example, but you don't want to actually trade the stock directly. You can buy into a share of it on mirror, which is pretty cool. And you can basically have the same returns in crypto as you would buying a share of Microsoft. So a lot of cool options here on Terra Luna, but TerraSwap for right now is the main DEX, which means you can swap here and you can also provide liquidity, which means you'll earn fees between any swaps of these tokens. So for example, with Luna and UST, I have provided some liquidity here with Luna UST, or if I did, I could do that right now. I could put 0.2 Luna in and 18 UST in, and I could get a share of the pool fees based on however much people swap with those. And I showed the dashboard here a little while ago. What was that dashboard called? Alpac 4, that's right. So here's the dashboard. It'll show you at least currently what kind of APRs you'll get on each swap pair. So right now Luna UST is at 51% in TerraSwap. The liquidity is going crazy right now on Terra because of the Astroport launch. There's over 1 billion right now total value locked, which means $1 billion US value is locked in the liquidity pool here for Astroport. And basically what this lock drop means is you can move your LP from TerraSwap that you provide here into Astroport to get their Astro token airdrop. Their Astro token is launching on December 28th. So there's a couple different phases. This phase 1 here is basically ending today or tomorrow. And phase 2 will start tomorrow, December 21st. But phase 1, you put your TerraSwap LP tokens in, you get some Astro tokens. Phase 2, you can put in either Astro tokens that you get from this or the earlier airdrop, or UST in the pool to earn additional Astro tokens. So I'm going to watch this over the next few days. I would say probably the first day is going to be pretty risky because there's going to be a lot of price discovery based on people speculating, aping into Astro tokens or UST to try to play the value of wherever they think that token will be. The next few days it'll probably stabilize out. So if you're looking to drop some tokens in there, you can either watch it. You better watch it like a hawk on that first day or two. Otherwise, if you drop in one of these, third or fourth day in, you'll probably be pretty stabilized by then. But you can go out right now if you buy Luna and just put it in your Terra Station wallet, or if you buy on an exchange, you can just send it to your Terra Station wallet, go to Terra swap for UST, and then you can deposit that UST in the Astro UST pool. So even though you weren't involved in the phase 1 lock drop or airdrop, you can still jump in and get some Astro tokens on phase 2, and those will be delivered to you either on December 28th or within 48 hours is what they've said. Those Astro tokens will be delivered. So, all right. We've got a few folks saying, what does a Wax wallet code look like? I can show you what my Wax wallet looks like. Or actually, I'll just go to Atomic Hub here. Here we go. Here's what a Wax wallet looks like. It'll be some five-digit code, letters and numbers potentially, .wam, WAM. That's what a Wax wallet looks like, address. So go ahead and copy your wallet address, drop it in chat once you're done. I would say whoever's the first one, but I know there's a lot of people creating wallets right now, so I'll give everyone some time to create a wallet real quick, a few minutes, and then we'll start giving one away to that crypto monkey. So that's Astroport Lock Drop. Go ahead and check that out. Go to astroport.fi if you want to read all these details on how it works. They also have a Medium, which is like their blog platform. So if you just go to astroport.fi, click on this little 3-dot icon, astroport.medium.com. I'll throw this in chat as well. But this will give you all the breakdowns on how exactly everything works. If you want to read exactly how the emission schedule is set up, as well as the liquidity bootstrapping pool, which is kind of their process for launching the Astro token with that Astro UST pool we just talked about. So that's Astroport. If you have any questions, again, throw them in chat. We're also going to take a look at DeFi Kingdoms. So DeFi Kingdoms, or Jewel, has been just flying recently, especially over the last week. Here we go. Let's take a look at our 7-day chart. I don't think that's right. Let's maybe take a look at CoinMarketCap. Honestly, let's just go to the DeFi Kingdoms site here. Take a look at their chart. Looks like their site is down too. Okay. They must be having a lot of traffic. CoinMarketCap it is. There we go. All right, that's more like it. So you can just see the run up here. In the last week, it was 660 a week ago, and just straight up from there. I mean, you can see a little spike on the 15th, 16th, up to $8. Kind of hung out there for a day or two, then just started steadily climbing, and it ran up to 12.5 on the 19th, just yesterday. Dropped down to about 10, and then it's just still been climbing back up again, almost up to $13 now. I think it did hit 13 for a brief moment in time there. So just insane. That's the token of DeFi Kingdoms that I've been showing y'all recently. So I'm going to log in here just to show you if you haven't seen it yet. DeFi Kingdoms, it is on the Harmony mainnet, so you got to jump on a Harmony. And here you go. So this is DeFi Kingdoms. Basically, it's a DEX with yield farms and NFT integration in a gamified setting. So it kind of looks like an old 8-bit game. You can go to the marketplace, which is the DEX for the swapping. You can go to Trader, and you can trade between the One token, which is the Harmony token. You can trade for Jewel, which is the in-game token that you'll use. You can see you can trade for Jewel. They also have wrap versions of different crypto. So you've got Bitcoin. You've got Binance dollars, you've got USDC, etc., etc. So I mean, they pretty much have everything bridged over at this point, at least wrapped. So they've got Phantom if you want to do Phantom. They've got AVAX. They have Luna. So they really have any exposure you want. If you want to jump in, you don't necessarily have to go all in on the Harmony One token or Harmony ecosystem. You can bridge your existing assets over if you want to, and trade into ETH, Bitcoin, whatever. So the way you earn Jewel here is two ways. You can either farm in the gardens, so that's basically your liquidity pools, and again, you can have exposure to whatever ecosystem you want. So if you want to farm Jewel in Bitcoin, you can do that. If you want to use stable coins like Binance US dollars, they have USD, USDC. They've got Jewel, Polygon Matic, Phantom. This is one, which is the Harmony native token. You've got BNB, you have Luna, ETH, Avalanche, and so forth. So I mean, they have plenty of options. You pretty much have no excuse. It doesn't matter what ecosystem you prefer. They've pretty much got all the main ones here, and you can see the APRs: 500% Jewel, 520. Now these aren't straight APRs like you normally would expect. They've got a decent amount locked, so you only get a certain amount unlocked. That's why they have an asterisk here, and it is locked based on how it's calculated, or based on the epoch. So they unlock a certain amount. I can show you what that schedule is. Jewel unlock. Still on this page. It may be in the docs. Let's see, unlock. Here it is, right here. So here's the multiplier of how much Jewel block you'll get issued. So depending on what epoch you're in, you'll get, it kind of goes down. If you're in super early, you're going to get a lot of Jewel, and it tapers down eventually. So you can kind of see what the current block is. I think we're out in the 30s range right now, so or at least low 20s. Here's the locking and unlocking. So based on the epoch, let's actually just see what epoch we're on right now. So block, we're at 20 million. So we're actually on epoch. Okay, we're on epoch 15, almost 16. So if you see epoch 15 here, this is only up to 10 epoch, but it goes down to 2% unlocked every time, so about 10% more. So you're getting 33% unlocked right away on claiming. 66% is still locked, and it's going to increase by 2% every epoch all the way up till July. I think June or July of 2022 was the end date when everything will be unlocked. Now this locking model is pretty interesting too, because you can get hero NFTs in the game, and hero NFTs will allow you to unlock potentially more Jewel by running quests. So there's different quests here that will allow you to go to professions, and so based on your heroes, they'll have different stats. You've got fishing, so I've got a few heroes I can fish with. I can show you what that looks like. So let's just grab these fishing heroes. I'm going to do two attempts with these two heroes. There's a little gas fee. Now the one token right now is around the 20 cent range, so this is less than 1 cent USD value in gas. That's pretty nice. So it'll take 2 minutes here to run these two fishing quests on these two heroes. But basically this will earn me rewards, so I'll get certain rewards I can either trade for tokens, Jewel, or gold, which is gold and Jewel are the two currencies that are used in the game. You can see I do have some locked Jewel. So this is Jewel I've harvested from the gardens that's still locked, and then I did get some that was unlocked that I staked in the bank. I'll show you that in a second. So Gardener, they haven't released this quest, but it's coming out pretty soon. I know they're working on it. They were talking about the 22nd as a release date for that one, and I think the 29th for mining. So fishing and foraging, you can get rewards, just random items in the game that you can trade for tokens. And then gardening is going to boost your APR in the farms. Mining will unlock some of this locked Jewel that you have early. So some cool utility they have with the NFTs that kind of drives Jewel price as well as drives the NFT price. The bank is where you could stake your Jewel. So if you go to the teller, you can see you got X Jewel here. So you can stake Jewel for X Jewel. X Jewel is just, it auto compounds based on swap fees. And that's how you earn interest basically in the bank. And so as that auto compounding value goes up, it basically means your X Jewel balance will stay the same, but your Jewel balance that it relates to goes up. So you'll earn more Jewel over time. So those are the basics right now, at least of the game. Obviously, it's still in development, so they're still releasing some things. Obviously, you can see they're still coming out with some details. I can show you if I click harvest here what it would look like. So right now, I have basically 27 Jewel that I can harvest. 9 would be unlocked right now. 18 would remain locked until July 2022. Or I could get a mining hero and unlock some of that locked Jewel early. Spandan asks, what do we need to start playing DeFi Kingdoms? Well, basically you just need Harmony tokens, or you can bridge your tokens over. But basically the one token is the base currency of the Harmony ecosystem. So that's the easiest way to get started, is just go to your exchange of choice, get the 1 token, send it to your wallet. You can add the Harmony mainnet to MetaMask. Usually it's the same address. You can use the same wallet as you do for ETH. Just add the Harmony mainnet to your MetaMask and you'll be good to go. And then you just come to game.defi kingdoms. It'll ask you to set up your profile, which is just your name and your profile picture here. It'll let you pick a bunch of options. Then you can go to the marketplace, click on trader, and you'll trade 1 for Jewel if you want to do Jewel, or you can trade it for whatever other asset you want to farm with. If you want to farm with USDC or BUSD or Bitcoin or ETH, whatever you want exposure to in the gardens, then swap half of it for that and half for Jewel, and then you go to LP and just deposit your LP, and then you'll start farming and earning Jewel. The other option is you can also buy a little bit of Jewel and stake it in the bank. So if you think Jewel's going to run a lot faster than any of those other tokens and you don't want to farm for whatever reason, you can just swap straight for Jewel, grab a little bit of Jewel, and then go to the tavern, or sorry, go to the bank, click on teller, and just deposit your Jewel right there. All right, we've got one question here. Recommended to buy heroes at floor price or higher. So the hero NFTs we were talking about, you go to the tavern, you can buy and sell them here. So here, if you go to the tavern, click on buy heroes, you can see all the heroes for sale. Right now, I think the floor price, last time I checked, was around 39. Yeah, it's 37 Jewel right now. And if you click flip card, you can kind of see the stats. So this one's a foraging specialist. People are really hyped right now about the mining because that's going to help you unlock your Jewel faster. So those heroes typically going to be a little bit more expensive. The stats that these heroes have allow them to do certain quests better. So for example, fishing, luck, and agility are the 2 stats that correlate to fishing. For foraging, I believe it's vitality, or maybe it's wisdom and, I don't know, one of those 2. Wisdom and dexterity, or dexterity and vitality. For foraging, mining is strength and endurance. And then gardening, I guess that would be wisdom and vitality, or intelligence vitality, one of those 2. Again, this is all in the docs, so if you want to look it up, you can. How much do you even earn from playing? So let's take a look. We can go back to professions here. Those heroes are probably done fishing. So I can complete my quest and see what they pulled out. Click confirm here. And let's see what rewards I got. I can tell you I've spent about, I did buy these heroes when Jewel was a little bit lower. So I probably spent a few $100s per hero. Let's see, I bought each hero for about 50 Jewel, and that was when Jewel was maybe $6. So I probably spent $300 per hero. All right, so this one got nothing. This one got a fish here, and we can go and see how much those fish are worth here at current prices in the marketplace. So here are all the fish that I have. The one I just pulled out was Lantern Eye. And in USDC, that is 9 cents, almost 10 cents in USDC. You can run 5 quests on that specialty for that hero every 8, basically every 8 hours. 5 quests every 8 hours. You could potentially run 15 quests a day or so. And I would say on average, each hero probably pulls in a few dollars a day. Now I have pulled in a couple Shiva's runes, which basically help you level up your heroes. Those are probably the most reliable high value pull. So I've pulled in 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4 Shiva's runes in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and you can see those are worth $35 USD. So overall, I've probably made at least $100, maybe $200 worth of pulls from the fishing quests just in the last couple weeks. I've spent maybe $300 or so per hero, and I only bought 2 or 3 heroes, and then I used those to breed that 4th one, or summon the 4th one. So I've probably spent just a little over $1,000 on those heroes total. I've pulled in maybe $100 to $200 in the last couple weeks. I would say maybe $100, a little over $100. So probably a 10% return on my money in the last couple weeks, which I'm pretty happy with. I think that's fairly decent. But again, a lot of that is probably due to the Jewel price rising as well. So I can't say that it's necessarily going to be that profitable for you if you buy in now. But also heroes are a little bit cheaper. I bought a little more expensive heroes because I wanted to use the summoning. If you don't care about the summoning, you just want to run quests. The cheapest hero right now is 37 Jewel, which, again, Jewel has run up quite a bit now. So if we look at Jewel, what is that, 1280, 1250? So now 37 Jewel is 469. So you can see the floor price is rising a decent amount on the heroes too. So if I sold those heroes right now, for example, if I sold those for 50 Jewel each, that's $600. So I would double my money on the heroes if I sold them. Plus I've been making, a couple $100 on the heroes over time. So it has been profitable for me. Again, no guarantees. If Jewel price tanks tomorrow, you might be losing money if you bought in right now. So no guarantees in crypto world. I'm pretty bullish on it. I think it's going to go places. DeFi Kingdoms is also expanding to the Avalanche ecosystem, so they're going to branch over and have a DeFi Kingdoms world, basically a whole new world in Avalanche. They're calling it Crystal Vale. They're calling it the Crystal Vale Realm, so it's going to be kind of winter themed because it's on Avalanche. And basically the only way you're going to be able to get their new token, which is called Crystal, is by having Jewel that you can stake. So here it is. You can purchase Jewel. Staking Jewel in the Crystal Vale Realm will give you Crystal token. So basically you need Jewel to earn Crystal. So that's one of the reasons why Jewel is running so much. People are excited for Crystal Vale to come out on Avalanche, and they know it's going to be pretty large. They're also releasing more hero NFTs, Gen Zeros, which are super expensive. I think right now the Gen Zeros that were in Harmony, and this is before I started playing DeFi Kingdoms, this was maybe in October, they had this auction, and I think these first heroes went for like $1,000 to $1,500, and right now these Gen Zeros are worth between 60 and 70,000 USD. And with the recent Jewel run up, maybe even more. It might even be in the 80 to 100K range right now. So basically a 10x on those initial buys, just insane. And that was 2 months ago. So if you can imagine how much more TVL is going to be involved in DeFi Kingdoms when Avalanche has their portal into DeFi Kingdoms, Jewel's going to skyrocket. It's basically going to be at least equal to Crystal. And the only way you can get Crystal is with Jewel, so that's going to spike Jewel because people will be buying into it. Now, again, I'm not saying that that will necessarily be above where it is now, right? It may drop and then spike again when people buy back in, or it might just keep going up. I mean, who really knows? No one knows for sure. But I will say I'm pretty bullish on it overall. All right. Any other questions? We've got DFK Tavern. People are asking about analytics. Yeah, DFK Tavern is a good place for analytics where you can see floors for different heroes. As far as potential Jewel prices, it'll show the different floors in Jewel. So it looks like kind of over time is USD as well. Tiers, which is what you need to level up or to summon new heroes, and then the Shivas runes are the ones you need to level up the heroes. Here's a different floor class distribution, floor gens. You can see there's Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6. So you can see Gen 3 is kind of like your the highest distribution right now for floor prices, and then you've got highest distribution at the kind of that low floor price. And same thing here I'm kind of surprised on the mining side of things, how much higher that is in proportion, but it makes sense because a lot of people are using that to unlock some of their locked Jewel. I'm sure there's folks with how much Jewel has run up. There's probably folks with millions of dollars worth of locked Jewel right now. Bandana says, can we play on iPad? I think you can. I have the MetaMask app on my iOS device, my iPhone, and I am able to play DeFi Kingdoms and run quests and everything on mobile. So I would imagine iPad would work even better because it'll be a bigger screen. You have to save your money for Holiday Apes, not Heroes. I mean, Holiday Apes will be coming out tomorrow, so you'll all be able to get those. Then you can start saving all your money from that to go to DeFi Kingdoms. Let's see. Any other questions on that? There also is DFK Wiki, I think. Yeah, dfkwiki.com, which is another good place to check out different details on heroes. They've got patch notes, a bunch of tools that you can look up all details on items, heroes. They have pets now. I haven't even looked up what pets are. I know they're dropping pet eggs in as one of the rare drops from quests, and you can also buy it with gold in the marketplace. So pretty cool stuff. Does it run on Apple only PC? Yeah, again, it's on it's a web app, so anything you can interact with your wallet, your Harmony wallet, which includes MetaMask, which you can have on PC or iOS, then you can play DeFi Kingdoms. All right, any other questions here? I don't see. I think I answered most of these all. Can you run a bot to run the game for you, or do you have to do every quest? You know, I actually don't know. I haven't looked up if you can bot it or not. I would imagine there's a way, because they have an API for it. It's all run through transactions on the smart contract, so I would imagine you can set up a bot fairly easily, and there may even be someone who's made one. Let's find out. Here we go, DFK Quest Runner, GitHub. Now, unless you're a decent coder, I would probably be leery of dropping your private keys in someone's random script, which is the problem. Because then you're putting your wallet at risk in someone else's hands. But you know, if you're a coder or you want to go out and check out the code or spin off one yourself, that would be quite a bit safer. But yeah, certainly an option. Looks like there's definitely demand for it. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that are wanting to do that, so they don't have to keep logging in every 8 hours to run quests. That definitely is dirty. All right, that's DeFi Kingdoms, and then I did want to give an update on strong blocks as well. So I did create some strong block nodes a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna give everyone an update on how that's going. So let me switch back over to my ETH. So here we go. I created 3 nodes basically 2 weeks ago here, and you can see I've got almost 4 strong tokens. So if we look at what strong tokens are looking like right now, we're at 437. I think I bought in around 500 or so. But if we look at how much strong tokens are right now, 3.8 I have strong tokens. So about $1,600 in passive income. Obviously I would need to claim with gas fees, so I'll probably take 100 or 2 off of there, depending on all the interactions. I mean, we can see how much it would be to claim right now. $75, and gas is fairly low, it looks like right now. Oh, gas is dirt cheap right now, actually. So $75 is going to be pretty cheap, very on the cheap end. But if it was higher during high gas, yeah, probably 100 or $200 in gas to claim that. But still not a bad deal. So I basically put in maybe $15,000 in strong tokens 2 weeks ago, and I've already made 10% in 2 weeks. So break even is 100 days on strong blocks, assuming that the strong token price is the same when you buy in as when you sell, which it could be or it might not be, right? It varies quite a bit. So right now it is pretty much on that support level of around, it's been sitting around 400, 450 for the last week or so, but definitely is on the downtrend from that all-time high of like 1,200, which was insane. So I'm glad it dipped down so I could buy in. What is the gas extension? I've got a couple here. This one here is cointool.app, which I find this one is my favorite because they have the site you can jump onto and watch it. Otherwise, they do have the extension, but you can just see they've got a bunch of different tools here. Gas price is the one I like using, but they have it for all blockchains. But you can kind of see what the gas prices are at any point in time. You know, how fast you can expect to have your transaction confirmed based on what you set your gas at, and then how much that would be in USD. But you can look at AVAX, you can look at Crow, look at gas prices on any chain. All right. Well, I think that's about all I wanted to give updates on, at least on the agenda for tonight. So if anyone has any last minute questions or any projects you want me to dive into for next stream, I will be streaming tomorrow. I think we'll do a stream maybe like leading up to the mint, and then we can watch the Etherscan too and kind of see who gets the first couple mints. Maybe give away some more prizes as well. But I do want to give away that Crypto Monkey. So let's take a look at who dropped their Wax wallet here. What's that giveaway wheel site? Forget what that was. Here we go. All right, so we've got Nath, we've got Andy's 4 Sausage, we've got Mastermind, we've got ETA, we've got Inamar. Am I missing anyone here?
Where are we dropping them?
Oh, Herbivore in the stream chat channel. Herbivore. All right, am I missing anyone here? Is that Rev that just?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. Now again, you don't. If you've already won a Crypto Monkey, please let other people have a chance at it. But Nath, Andy's 4 Sausage, Mastermind, ETA, Inamar, Herbivore, and Rev. All right. I'm gonna give anyone who's still making a wallet.
You'll want to add maybe Max Juice Box.
Max Juice Box.
I'm assuming he has his wallet.
Well, I feel like he maybe won a Crypto Monkey last time. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember who all got those first 4 or 5, but I want to give someone a chance who hasn't won one yet.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
All right. If you have a Wax wallet or if you're creating one, you have 30 seconds to type in the chat that you want to be in the drawing. Otherwise, I'm going to spin the wheel here. Again, Nath, Andy's for Sausage, Mastermind, ETA, Inamar, Herbivore, and Rev. There's, oh yeah, Max got the Wizard that last time, that's right. And I know Spandana had one. I'm pretty sure Steggy and Murder got one. So, maybe Creature? Did Creature get one too? Yeah. So those were the 5 from last time, so. Alright, I don't see any other drops in chat, so I'm going to spin the wheel. And here we go, 7 entries. We'll shuffle it around here. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. We can't stack the deck. We got to make sure this is an absolutely fair spin. All right, next message in chat. I'm going to stop shuffling and spin the wheel. And Murder's typing. Shuffle. All right, here we go. Oh, and it's Mastermind. Coming in clutch.
Yeah, baby, I'm rich.
Congrats, dude.
Get the confetti as well. Congratulations, Mastermind. Okay, let me find your Wax wallet address that you posted here somewhere. Here it is.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so we're gonna give. Let's see what you won here. You won this banana airdrop. So we're going to transfer this just to make sure. So this is yours, right? zn1.a.c.wham. Going to Mastermind. There's your banana airdrop. Congratulations, Mastermind. Murder says he's going to airdrop someone an ultra rare NFT when he gets his wallet unbanned. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. I hope you get unbanned, but I'm not holding my breath. For all the shady stuff you do, I'm not surprised. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, well, congrats, everyone. Mastermind here, I'll send this over, but thanks, everyone, for joining the stream tonight. Again, keep an eye out on our mint details channel, as well as announcements. We'll be dropping videos in on how to mint exactly on our site tomorrow during the launch. I think that is, I'm trying to remember what time we said. It was at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, I believe is what we said. But keep an eye on that channel. That'll automatically adjust the mint details price or time for your area code or zip code. Time zone. What am I saying? The time zone. It'll automatically adjust. So keep an eye on that. And again, we'll be making announcements. I'll be on pretty much all day, so we'll probably do a stream maybe half an hour before the mint to kind of roll up to the stream. We'll throw an Etherscan. We'll celebrate people getting their first mints, and then we're still planning on doing the reveal New Year's. Although we could be convinced if everyone kind of that mints wants to reveal before Christmas, I could be convinced to maybe change that day and do a reveal before Christmas. So we'll see. Right now, still planning on doing the New Year's reveal, but if you want to do Christmas reveal, we certainly can. All right. When is the mint time? Again, that'll be in the mint details channel. I believe right now we have it at 9 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern, which would be 6 p.m. Pacific. India time, I have no idea what that would be, but it should be adjusted to your time zone. If you go to that channel right now, it'll tell you. 5 p.m. Pacific. Yep, Hypnotic. Perfect. Yeah, G-Man threw a link to the channel there. Spandana says, what are ultra rare NFTs? Oh, Murder got some ultra rare NFTs dropped in Wax, so that's pretty cool. Bandana says 6:30 for her. MK Steggy says 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Perfect. So that's when it'll be. Make sure you set your calendar, set your alarms. Again, we'll have a stream. We'll be atting you here in the channel, so you have a heads up. We're not just gonna stealth drop it on you. We will definitely make sure you're aware that we are launching. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. All right. Let's see here. Make sure that Mastermind gets his crypto monkey. Put in a verification code to get his monkey sent to him. Hypnotic, yes. That does mean you won't know what you got right away. We'll do the reveal either for Christmas or for New Year's, whatever y'all decide you want to see your apes. We'll choose a reveal date, and then that's when you'll find out what you got. So Nath is saying Christmas, please. Hypnotic saying Christmas. MK Stiggy saying Christmas. So looks like the votes are Christmas. I think we're doing our Christmas reveal, so that'll work. Mastermind, here's the transaction. It just went through. So congrats again. I'll throw that in chat so you can see you did actually get your NFT. So congrats. And looks like we are unanimous for Christmas. Creature says he secretly wanted Christmas. All right. So it is a Christmas reveal. We will announce a date then, or a time then for that. Once everyone mints, we'll just hold a poll and make sure everyone has a chance to kind of vote for the time that works best for them, so we can get as many people on for the reveal as possible. We'll do a stream. We can give away all the prizes for the Santa ape, as well as the least rare apes. I did want to make a quick announcement. We'll mention this as well, but we had obviously advertised initially when we were first starting out. We were thinking we were going to mint 10,000. So we were advertising some big grand prizes and whatnot. We are going to scale those grand prizes, so the Santa ape is still going to get a prize. We're still going to give prizes to the least rare apes. It's not going to be $6-figure US dollar prizes, but it'll be still a good prize in ETH for the Santa as well as the least rare apes, and then we're also still planning to give a percentage to charity as well. So we'll be announcing all those details, and then we'll allow you, whoever mints a holiday ape will get to vote on which charity we give to as well. Max Juicebox says we're still doing 10K apes or less. Yeah, we're doing a few hundred for this first Genesis collection. Again, we will be, anyone who mints a holiday ape, a Christmas ape, is going to get basically a free whitelist into any future collections. So that includes the next drops we have planned, and you'll be seeing some sneak peeks of those coming up here soon as well. So we're going to start with a small number for the Genesis collection. We're going to make sure that y'all are rewarded for being early supporters and being in here. Y'all are awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better response as far as community. We're really going for quality over quantity here, and so I really think we have a high quality engagement and a ton of folks. So I'm not disappointed in the least that we don't have 10,000 people who are just in here to flip and they're just going to leave the next day. So I'd rather have all of you that are in here right now, having quality engagement and helping each other learn and grow in this space. So really thank you all for what you've done so far, and looking forward to continuing that into the future and hopefully for years to come. Hypnotic says, what are the Santa apes? Santa apes, so there's a Santa ape, which is our grand prize. So one ape out of the hundreds that we're minting is a Santa ape. That's the unique ape. So if you look at our sneak peeks, we've got some unique apes. I'll show you for example. So this Santa ape is a unique ape. The elf ape is unique. The Yeti, the abominable snow ape, is unique. There's the Grinch. He's unique. So all the unique apes. I think we have 10 total. I think we have 8, 9, or 10. One of those numbers. I don't recall exactly how many uniques we have right now. But the Santa one is the one who's going to get the grand prize in ETH. So the Yeti obviously looks pretty dope. The elf is a unique one. We've got the gingerbread ape. I don't even know if we've shown that sneak peek yet. The gingerbread one looks pretty cool. We've got the Grinch, obviously. So a lot of cool unique apes. Murder says, I'm the Yeti guy, but Mastermind wants it. Hypnotic wants the elf. Perfect. And then, like I said, obviously the team will have some apes. At least for me, I'll have to confirm with the rest of the team. I know G-Man as well. Nas says, show us the gingerbread. Yeah, let's see if we can dig out that gingerbread sneak peek before we end the stream. Where is that gingerbread ape? G-Man, do you have a copy of that gingerbread one somewhere? Can we dig that out?
Do we want to post it, or do you want...
Let's definitely post it, but let me see. I think we have...
Yeah, we have it.
We have it somewhere. Let's see if I can find it real quick. If not, we'll post it here in the next couple hours. Let's see. If I can find it in 2 minutes, I will put it up here. The gingerbread.
Team chat.
Sweet. Okay. All right. Yeah. So this is just the gingerbread asset, no background, but this is your sneak peek here. This is all you filthy animals are getting for right now. In 3, 2, and 1. There you go. There's your gingerbread sneak peek. Check that out. So that'll be on some sweet Christmas background. You'll have to wait to see what that's going to be, but that's one of our uniques. We've obviously got the Santa, which is your grand prize. We've got the Grinch, the Yeti, the Elf. Trying to remember which other ones we have. If I can find that real quick too. But we'll probably put a promo out tomorrow with all the uniques, as well as some of the cooler looking normal ones as well. All right. Well, there you go.
For tomorrow.
Good deal. Yeah, it does kind of look like the Muffin Man from Shrek, or from Puss in Boots, or whichever one that was. Cool. Well, thanks everyone again. Appreciate you tuning into the stream. I've got to jump off and start making sure everything's good to go on the contract and on the site for the mint. So good to be back. We'll be streaming again tomorrow. I'm planning on streaming every day, basically until the end of the year. So we will have a lot more coming down the pipeline. Again, feel free to throw suggestions if you have projects you want me to look into. If you have questions you want me to answer on stream, throw it in chat and we'll go from there. But otherwise, looking forward to a successful mint tomorrow, pre-sale. Public mint will be on the 23rd, and then we'll do a reveal on Christmas. Everyone can see what apes they got, and we'll go from there. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Have a good rest of your night.